Okay guys, welcome back. Okay guys, this is just a training strap. Just a resistance band. Get yourself one of these. Put it over your leg here. Wrap it round here. Put it over your trail shoulder like that. Now that, as soon as you put it over there, depending how much resistance band you've got, it wants to keep your shoulder back there. Just get a golf club. Now I can feel that's pulling that back there. Get a golf club and get this feeling while the pull is on that shoulder there. And you'll feel the club going out and around and past that. And this trail shoulder staying outside that trail leg. That's the feeling you want to have. That's exactly the feeling I have in this golf swing now. I really have that now. Here it is. You may be able to work something else out as a methodology. You may be able to get one of these and put it in something on the ground back here, and then just put it over your shoulder back here, where it just holds that shoulder back, and you just fire some shots here. But that's the feeling I get, guys. This is back here. There. See how my arm straightens. Look. See that? Here. It doesn't want to rotate over at all. So it's just a way of getting the feeling. But after you've done that maybe 50 times or 100 times, you'll get the feeling. You'll say, I know what you mean, JH. Because you'll feel like you're hitting out and around it. This is staying back here, and you're hitting away from it here. Here. Like we're just throwing something out there away from this. Yeah, so just a resistance band. I mean, that's quite a strong one. You can get, ones that don't have that strength in them, and you can get longer ones. But, if you had it over your shoulder here, and you had it in the ground, if you had an anchor point back there, and you had it anchored back there, and you just pull it up, and put it on your shoulder so it's holding you back like that, and then just get that feeling. And that's how you cultivate the feeling of this pinning the shoulder back, guys, because that's what it is. It's really that pinning back of the shoulder. That put the number of cherries on the cake for me. And then, of course, you can just hit some little shots here, which can hold it back. See, this is back. Okay, it comes forward a little bit because the arm is pulling it forward, but it's not pulling it out and around. It's keeping this lead shoulder up here. That's when you know you've got the trail shoulder back and holding station, when that lead shoulder's up. When the lead shoulder gets down, you'll know that this is out and that lead shoulder is going to roll. You'll just feel that. Well, you won't feel it, you'll see it. But see here, guys, look. This is back here, look. You just hit a whole bunch of shots. Go and have a whole practice session where you get 9 iron or an 8 iron, just a whole bunch of those. And if you can hit a whole bunch of those, 100 of them or something, and you maintain this station here, where that shoulder's blocked, here, that trail shoulder's back here, you'll get the feeling very, very quickly. But it's not something that you want to go straight into, guys, with a big, long golf club where you've got a lot of radial throw out. And of course, by doing those small shots, you can cultivate that connection of that trail arm. Here. See, that's there. And I have that connection, guys, right through the golf swing. From the wedge shot right up to the driver. And I just like that. I just like it because to me I just feel set and ready and balanced. Out here, guys, it's amazing after you've been in that configuration where you've got that tightness of application there, with that connection there and the arms in there and that balance factor, how unbalanced you feel when the arms get away from the body. As soon as they get out here, I feel like I'm tipping here. But when I'm here, guys, you couldn't push me over. You really couldn't push me over. So hit a whole bunch of these type of shots, guys. Yeah. Arms are going there, club face is pointing there, target's there, arms are going here. We don't want the club face doing that. Club face has a natural release and it points there. The club face goes that way, guys, remember that. Because if you do this, if you actually do that, see the disconnection you get? But if you do that, you still maintain the connection. See that the connection's still there and the blade's there. It's not like that. I haven't shoved that. And I think that's where a few guys have fallen into the trap. They've thought that the club face has to go out there like that. The club face doesn't go out there like that, guys. Only the arms and hands. The club face goes this way. And again, I'll reiterate, when I set up to the ball and I'm here, I've got my shoulders pointing that way. But when I'm actually, my club face actually shut down about 4 degrees, because I know that I'm going to be crossing that target line, coming from into out from that closed shoulder position. I'm going to be coming into out probably 9 degrees, into out. And so I don't want pure 9 degrees with a square club face, because it's going to go 9 degrees right. So what I want to do is have 4 degrees of shutdown to compensate for that 9 degrees into out. And then I'll get that little push draw. But I've got to the stage now where I'm probably not shutting the face down that much, and my into out is probably not 9 degrees. I've refined it, and because my ball flight now is essentially a dead straight shot. And remember that the standard shot with channel lock, guys, is a little push draw. The worst you'll get is a little push. But you can play with that every day of the week. And why do we get a little push sometimes? Because the club face is open. Club face open, you get a push because the club is into out across the line. The ball will go where the club face is pointing relative to the path. It's path and face, guys. That's all it is, over and out. At the end of the day, it's path and face. So just do a lot of these little shots. A lot of the little, I'll hit some this way. Yeah. See the club face pointing there, guys? At the target, it's not there. That's what you want to feel. So that's a very important aspect. Very important aspect. And maybe a couple of sessions where you just do that to build the feeling, because it's a different feeling, guys. We're used to all this extraneous motion of rotation and arms and, you know, transferring of weight and all sorts of things, changes in head position and height and backwards and forwards. There's none of that with channel lock. We are locked. We are locked in the channel. When we're here, we're locked in the channel. We're here. There it is. Just hit a whole bunch of those, and that'll give you the feeling, because that is just a small version of the big swing. That's all it is. That's all it is, guys. That's a small version of the big swing. Some guys just doing some stuff here on the green. I was just going to hit some full shots, so I'll wait till they're finished. They're right in front of me here. I'll wait till they're finished, I'll come back and then I'll hit some full shots. And you'll see that nothing changes, but what I will emphasise is this, keeping this back and firing out here. Because that's me now. That's a dozen cherries on the cake. I thought I'd put a cherry on the cake, but I've got a whole can of cherries now. It is so good. And that is the infallible factor for me, guys. The pinning of that trail shoulder and hitting out and around it. That's the infallible mechanism. I'll come back, guys, after they finish this work here.